And welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's all time for another episode of Rewrite. I don't know how much I will record today, but yeah, here it is, another episode. Maybe I will record it in span of day, maybe 2 days, who knows. I've been sick for the past like 2 weeks, and I'm still not fully recovered, so but my amount of episodes that I've recorded basically shrinked to nothing. And there's high possibility that there are going to be some empty days when we are not going to have episodes, but who knows. Maybe I will make it on time somehow, but yeah, let's continue. We are done with the training and we are about to set off into the first mission. We've been on standby basically in Matsuri for the past 3 days. And now the Harvest Festival is happening, I think, right? Something is going to happen, apparently. 3 days later, I show up at the command center. Well, I call it command center, but it is nothing fancy here. Just a few people who look like staff moving in and out of the place. They still bring equipment in, and not all of it has been set up yet. Asaka also has a sandwich in one hand while looking through some documents. Everyone looks busy, or rather things look like they're about to get busier still. Okay. And yeah, like he had like 3 days to like do whatever. Okay, so the key is still a thing, okay. Yeah, that was the... Like, I've been like wondering, like, I expected key to still be a thing in this new reality because it's literally the familiar created by Earth, right? Like, as we know, like one was born on the moon and one is born on Earth, basically, like they are twins, right? So yeah, I could expect key in this universe as well, in this Fury. But still, like, the key basically give an opportunity, a chance to humans to be eradicated, basically. So I was thinking for a little bit that maybe the key herself is not a thing here, you know, for whatever reasons. Because how else do we, like, save people, right? If that's what Kakari wanted, to save everyone. By creating a key, planets just have opportunity to kill everyone.
この町はガイア勢力にとって
聖地なんでしたね。
鍵と呼ばれる存在がこの地に発生する可能性があるためそう呼ば。
その鍵というのは。
I wonder if actually Kotaro is going to see. Yeah, Kotaro is going to be able to see the key probably.
魔物だ。だがただの魔物ではない。
Unless not yet, because Kotaro doesn't have Aurora yet in him.
強大な力を秘めている。
そんなものがいたんですか。
Oh, but he can have accident and be healed by Aurora and Kotori. Okay, so this event is going to still happen, I think. So I assume like Kotaro is going to be maybe actually. That was like not accident, because Kotaro is like basically superhuman. There's no way just like falling from the tree would like damage him, right? So I would assume like he's going to find the key maybe, or maybe he didn't saw her because he can't see her maybe yet. And Key actually attacked him or something, and he got damaged by that because he had like a slashing wound, right? That Kotori healed. So it sounds like he maybe actually almost killed him. And Kotori healed him using the key power. That's the event that I expect to happen actually. We'll see.
極めて特殊な存在だ。めったに現れることはないが、ひとたび現れれば無視はできん。何としても討伐しなければならんし、現れずとも永続的な監視が必要になる。
Yeah, and also if everything goes according to the theory that Kagari made, we should not get into coma. Or at least, if we go into coma, we would like keep aging.
そいつはどういう
Because the problem was we were in the coma and also at the same time we stopped aging.
人の形をしているそうだ。ある種の魔物が持つ認識を撹乱する能力を備えているため、私もこの目にしたことはない。
Okay.
認識を撹乱。目に入っても
それに近いものと考え、個人差があり、目視できてしまうものもいる。
Okay.
もし貴様がその資質を持っているなら、莫大な報奨金がもらえる。
I grimace. I've got more than enough money as it is. Yeah, give money to someone who have already money.
鍵は特殊な魔物だ。人間によって生み出されたものではない。操る魔物使いはいない。鍵は大地から生まれてくる。
大地から。
星の化身ではないかという意見もあるくらいだからな。
で、
Yep.
そいつは何をしてかすんです？
救済。
救済。
Judging stuff and then destroying or not.
彼らの言葉だ。人の滅びを意味する。
滅びって。
最後の審判などと同様、終末思想のそれを引き起こす鍵はガイア思想における救済の印とされている。
Yeah.
鍵はガイア主義者たちを強心だからこそ鍵が発生。
その言い方からすると、鍵ってのは何匹も生まれてく。
そうだ。頻繁ではないが、一度
Not
仕留めた
frequently, yeah.
数十年から数百年の単位でまた生まれてくる。
Oh, we never got the time period actually, probably, right? For several decades or several centuries even, okay.
地球が魔物を生み出すなんて。
一度外国での討伐作戦に参加したことがある。私には鍵は見えないから作戦支援に徹するだけだったが。
So, that's like a very fast new appearance of the key. Because if he took one out, he was like part of the operation. They say like it appears over several decades or centuries. Then this new key is like very like reoccurred very fast this time. Like he's not old even. And he's alive, so it's not centuries as like so yeah.
その時も鍵は人口密集
It just manifested very fast this time.
地元の者から神の森と呼ばれる聖なる土地に。
The desperate data for by the locusts as the god's forest. Did we know this name? I don't think so.
風祭りが古代信仰のメッカだったことは知っているかね。
No?
歴史の授業でそんなことを聞いた。古墳とかも多いですよね。聖地。
いかにも風祭りこそ古代から連綿と続くと驚いたかね。
とても。
Okay.
RPG ゲームみたいだと思ったか。
RPG ゲームって言い方が気になります。
よってこの作戦には多くのスタッフが関わる。我々作戦部はその中核で実動部隊として動く。
はい。
不安か。
いきなりですから。
実戦経験のある日本人は少ない。
そういやそうですね。
時間さえあれば貴様にも経験を積ませたかったが、状況が差し迫っている。彼らも警戒している。この局面では下手に外国人の腕利きを連れてきてもマーク
Yeah, makes sense.
風祭りは貴様にとっては地元だが、しつこいようだが昔の知り合いとの接触は回避しろ。親だろうと友人だろうと連絡を取ってはならん。
Oh crap, I already met with Eco. Yeah. And Takana. Because I disguised myself, she shouldn't have recognized me. I'd better be more careful from now on though.
働いてくれるな、天王寺。
はい。もちろん。
作戦の開始まで時間がある。くれぐれも目立つような真似はするな。個人的に魔物を買ったりとかな。
勘弁してください。
It's don't become an embarrassing stain on my career. Looks like the Air Rescue Hunter gonna have to hang up his cape for now.
体調は万全に保て。通常の連絡にはこの携帯電話を使用したまえ。
Okay.
問題は、
いいえ。
清水が明日3時よりブリーフィングをするそうだ。
わかりました。一つ。
が、なんだ。
鍵が人の形をしているって言いましたけど、
無垢なる者の姿を取ることが多いと。
無垢
Some
擬態
form.
だとも考えられるな。人が恐ろしい狩人だとこの星も知っているのだろう。
Yeah, like he said, like people can sense her, but no one can actually see her. I think, right?
無垢って純真、それって子供とか赤ちゃんとか。
My mission is either to capture or dispose of this being called the key. The meaning of those words hits me like the fist into my heart. Yeah, like imagine like the plan just like manifested key in the like as a kid, as like baby, and like your mission is just to kill it. Like what the fuck? Like that would be so fucked up on the psyche. Holy shit! Like you know this thing is going to like destroy everything and like eradicate humans and. Oh my god. Damn. The next day. Command center is almost completely up and running. There are communication devices, bundles of cords strewn all over the floor and laptops open up like shells. Operators are all working on the devices. It's a pretty impressive scene. Sorry. The array of monitors on the wall in particular is awe-inspiring. Footage from hidden cameras set up all over the town is being streamed in real life and shown on the monitors. Yeah, no wonder they know everything. They have cameras everywhere. They're used jointly with surveillance satellites. Okay, they don't have satellites. A super high resolution image capture is shown on the desktop computer. To my surprise, I can even see the expression of the person in the photo. They look like they're one of us. He's looking up at the sky and making a weird face. What a dork. Okay. As I slide my gaze down the hall, my eyes met with a rather uncomfortable looking duo in the corner as they sip coffee from cans. They're squatting like a couple of delinquents. Of course, it's Mamma Mia. Oh, okay, it's both of them.
知ってるよ。
つか、何そのスーツ。著しく似合ってねえんですけど。
What do you mean? It looks. Oh, okay. He meant Kotaro. But Kotaro had the suit. I was about to say, like, what do you mean, like, the suit looks bad on Nishikuju? What do you mean? Like, what? You blind?
お前たちも参加するのか。
今宮藩揃ったな。来てくれ。
From a desk deeper inside the room, our instructor, Shimizu, beckons us over. Shimizu. He pushes aside the stack of empty cup noodles containers and sits atop his table and spread up a giant map of the city.
さて、ルーキー組の受け持ちだが、お前らは三人藩か。うっす。
Yep. Neither of the two seems startled. Maybe they already know that Nagai quit.
モニター要員だな。街でたむろする心ない遊ぶ若者
They
に
probably know, yeah.
特定エリアの監視を行え。
Monitors. Like the role of some dumb punks hanging around in the city while doing surveillance on the certain area. Okay.
俺と天皇
I see.
が地元なんすけど、いいんですかね。
構わない。まだマークされてはいないはずだ。今宮と天王寺はそれだ。西九条は夜遊び顔ではあるようだが。
Okay. So you're going to surveillance at night, I guess.
お前らの一人、昼間は市内の学校に通ってもらいたい。
Oh. Okay.
まあ西九条が適任だろう。
Wait. What the? But you said she's like night kind of person. So why you make her go to school during the day? You expect her to work 24/7? I thought like she's going to like actually take a break during day and be on surveillance at night. It doesn't make sense.
本当ですか？やった！
Wow, okay, she's so happy about
や
that.
はり喜ぶな。 一時的にだ。無事に仕事が終われば次。
そうですよね。
No. Shikujo has the wind taken out of her sails.
まだ吹っ切っていないのか。早くこの生き方になれろよ。
いえ、大丈夫。
Asaka enters the room with a box of cream puffs.
よく働いてくれたなら、高校卒業資格くらいはそのうち配慮してやる。
Oh, okay. Wow.
資格欲しいです。
ならばプロの仕事をしてみせたまえ。
Actually cool. Wow.
俺とかでももらえるんすか？
ああ、独断専行するなって意味だぞお前ら。
分かってますって。学歴ね。ま、一応もらっておくことにします。
I don't really care either way. I don't have any good memories of school.
今宮と天王寺は地元だったな。地区はどこだ？
And I pointed on the map.
その辺りは外そう。この辺りはどうだ？
Okay.
行ったことないっすね。
俺もです。
ではここだな。この地域からは森に入れるポイントがある。出入りする人間を監視しろ。
森に誰も入らないようにするんすか？
Nah. You will just stand out if you start stopping people going in. You just keep an eye on people and report back. Basically.
いざという時には動いてもらうが、基本は監視と報告だ。
Yeah,
そ
exactly.
れだけですか？
ルーキーなんだから欲張るな。後で専任のモニター要員から引き継ぎをさせる。
Yeah, you don't want to be marked. You're
そいつに聞け。
like they are not aware. Like if they would like start actively like stopping people from going to forest and stuff, like they would be instantly marked by Gaia and attacked by familiars.
うーっす。
今のうちに現地も確認しておけ。
Right as we leave the room, Imamiya grumbles.
くそ、重要度の低いエリアを割り当てやがった。
Well, it's going to be more important than I think, apparently. The forest always been important in this.
仕方ないよ。成績悪いんだから。
おめえは上機嫌だな。学校行けるから。
悪い。
いや、いいけどな。どんなゴミ仕事でもこなしてやるよ。上、生きてえし。
Okay.
独断専行は
うるせえよ。真面目でも無能じゃ意味ねえだ。結果が全てなんだよ。
Imamiya going to fuck this up. Superhumans generally think that way. But for me, that's not really the case. My poor rating and ability make me anxious. Sure, we need to do any crappy jobs they give us. That's the only thing I agree with Mia on.
あ、三國くんじゃん。チェース。
ああ、
Near the instructor, Mikuni teams shows up.
担当どこ？
偵察班。詳しくは言えないから。
Okay.
森の中じゃん。当然って感じ。
そこまで言ってないって。
大抜擢なんだぞ三国。
いや、もうありがたいですよ。
まあ敵の上
They're going to die. I swear.
戦闘にはならんだろうが。不満に思って突出するなよ。
それはないです。俺に限っては。
その言い方からして自信ありげなんだけど。
Laughs all around. Imamiya fun little conversation sounds like it's echoing from somewhere far away. Yeah, I have a feeling like Mikuni and Imamiya are going to fuck up their like assignments. With each passing day, the command center grows more and more hectic, and the streets gets more and more crowded. Okay, so we have a little bit of time skip here, it seems. All Imamiya and I do is chat on the street, but this is also work.
ああ、俺も諜報班あたりに加えてくれたらな。
He have his like signature look from the game actually. Okay, from the original rewrite. He still doesn't have the glasses though. He had the glasses, right? I think. All me and I do is chat on the street, but those yeah. He grumbles to himself and munches down his fourth bar of chocolate.
足手まといになるだけでしょ。
She's wearing, I think... Didn't she wear something similar as the teacher later on? Nishikuji is hot though. God damn. God damn. The distractions are real. Whew. Meanwhile, Nishikuji is chowing down yet another 3 scoops of ice cream. Everyone sure has an appetite, the same goes for Asaka too. It's because we consume more calories than the average person. In comparison, I only eat about as much as a typical guy. Is this why I'm weak?
俺たち浮いてないか。
おめえらのせいだろ。
なんでだよ。
そのスーツだよ。街中でんな格好されてもな。
Imamiya is in a streetwear, so it's weird to put the two of us together.
確かにこの3人は変ね。
We're just old friends.
おめえら2人とも俺に合わせろよ。街の悪ガキって設定だろ。
Yeah. True. I just made a counter story, which is like meeting after many years. I was just catching up. Everyone had different lives. But yeah, original goal was to be a bunch of punks, yeah.
西九条もどうせなら制服とかで来いよ。なんだよそのスーツ。
Yeah.
普段着がこれなんだもの。しょうがないでしょ。
Oh, this is... Oh.
いいとこの嬢ちゃんはこれだから。せっかく可愛い制服あんだから見せて回るくらいのサービス精神。
殺されたいの？
Okay. She's that serious. It seems like Nishikuji's embarrassed when it comes to the school uniform. She would look so cute walking around in it though. I think so anyway.
やってみろよ。俺の逃げ足なめんなよ。
逃げるんかい。
That's the reason why the three of us are just hanging around. As for that, it's to make sure that the locals don't get suspicious about why we are always loitering around here. There's still a few days left until the operation. Oh, so it's still some days left. Okay. We're just like preparing now. We need to get them used to our presence here as much as we can. Kazamatsuri is enemy territory. Their presence here is strong. Many of city residents, the companies bought in, and the people involved are all connected with Gaia. It is the Holy Land where the key will appear. We have to find the key in place like this. Thankfully, Gaia forces haven't seemed to notice our own military actions yet. Most of them can be considered amateurs, which is... Oh, this is where a especially trained superhuman has an advantage. Okay. On the other hand, Gaia's size has information on the key that is many degrees more reliable. Yeah. One guy detects the key, they will have to make a big move. We're holding a war of information so that we can detect it. Information warfare is apparently the fields of hunters. That's what Mamiya Grumbling pertains to specifically.
どうして情報戦が狩猟系の領分だ？
痕跡を調べるのは狩猟本能の領分だろ。
同じ系統でも人によって違うけどね。飛び道具が得意な人、追跡が得意な人。
逃げるのが得意なやつとかな。
Yeah, like you, of
知ら
course.
なかった。
お前、クソ真面目なくせに物知らなすぎ。つうか。
That's because I don't have any friends who I can easily learn things from like him. From what I've heard, Mikune is also a hunter type. I've seen Mikune and his friends fooling around and flipping a rocket car that was lying on the ground with a single hand. Jesus. To make them also with physical strength, primitive weapons are preferable to firearms that have a fixed power. Weapons like axes or spears. Japan with the strict gun control laws is perfect for those sorts of weapons. Meanwhile, a weak superhuman like me would probably find it better to use a firearm. Except I'm terrible at it.
あいつが俺の上司になったりすることも。
I definitely would not like that. I need to do the best I can so that doesn't happen.
そういやお前、どんなことできんの？
I mean, ask me, as if he just
止
remembered.
血が早い。
Nice.
他には？
持久力を向上させたりとか。
マラソン速くてどうすんだよ。
Wow.
戦闘向きではないわね。
もともと汚染系ってそうなんだ。
体から毒を生み出せる人って聞いたけど。
I mean, Shizuru can.
生物濃縮か。
Bioconcentration. Okay. Okay, Shizuru and Lucia, yeah.
俺にはそういうゲートは無理だ。薬物への耐性はあるけど。
Oh, you have actually resistance to poison. Oh,
そう
okay. To some degree at least.
しょべえな
私たちも大した能力じゃないけどね。
そうな。こんなしょぼい任務しかさせてくれね
We
えん
still
だも
we
ん
don't know what's Imamiya ability, right? Like we just know like he's just superhuman, so he's like strong and stuff. But I don't think we ever like even in like normal in Kotori roads, he just take out Chibimov and just yeah. We never saw his ability, I think. And the main stage for the key search mission is the expanse of the forest just outside the city. We've been stationed just a step away from it.
つまんねえっしょ。
俺たちで戦闘向けの魔物に勝てる。
100% 全滅。
Yeah,
逃げりゃ全滅しない。
thanks.
ハウンドタイプでもこの
Yeah.
3人の誰より早いから。
わかってるよ、勇者様。
That gets on my
その
nerves.
勇者って呼び方。
ああ、言うじゃん。今日は
喧嘩したら作戦から外されるからね。
So both Imamiya and Nishikuchi were very weak in the beginning. I mean, makes sense, right? They just like early school for them. They just like graduated from training facilities. She steps in and tells us off. We are all on the edge, me and Imamiya both. There's the stress of being in last place. Nagai left us too.
それもわかってるけどさ。ああ、ダリー。すべてが。
Suddenly, Imamiya sits on the ground, seemingly having lost all motivation. We've got a long road ahead of us. Our assignment is far worse. Fight against Stendium than I imagined. Okay, and today is the Harvest Festival. Okay, this is the day of operation, I think. How much I've recorded actually? As I mentioned before, I'm sick and I don't know. You can probably hear me barely moving, like talking. I don't know how it sounds to be honest on the recording yet, but we'll see. I can tell you that, I don't know, like my airways are kinda blocked and it's kinda hard to speak. Okay, so I have around 25 minutes, maybe 30. So we'll continue a little bit, but I will take a short break. So yeah, I will be right back to you. It's just a cut, and yeah, I'll just take a short break. Today is the Harvest Festival. Amidst of the festival's hustle and bustle, the operation to search for the key quietly begins. The festivities of the event extends through the city, with the streets brimming with people, locals and tourists alike. Almost all public transport has come to a standstill. People head towards their planned events. From high up, it would look like a compiled ocean current. There are those who are carried away by the heat of the festival. Meanwhile, some turn their backs and head away from programs that are just about to begin. Yeah, these are probably either Gaia or Guardians. There's also a strange group with no real goal, staying in a single place, but I haven't really paid them much mind.
したらさ、あいつなんて言ったと思う？
なんて言ったの？
Okay.
待て待て、当ててみるっしょ。ね。
うっそ、それって完全に二股じゃん。
Wow.
いや、まだそうと決まったわけ。それは希望捨てなさすぎだろ。
Two young people pass by exchanging small hand signs that average person wouldn't even recognize.
よし、変更なし。はい、ちょっと
Okay.
ね。
Nice. So they had like some hand signs, communication like between them. Nice. Like real spies. We head to our designed posts. Fairly few people pass by this area, even during the festival. Anyone seen here will definitely stand out. I got so nervous that I start moving awkwardly. Our duty is to put it simply to be lookouts. The area we're in charge of has one of the shortest roads from the city leading into the forest. There are relatively few people who pass by here too. Though small, there is possibility that the summoner will pass by if something happens in the forest. There's a chance that a key might pass through this road. Monitoring this is our job here. At the same time, we also have to prevent any tourists from wandering to this place. There are several other similar points. This is fairly low priority, probably going something to happen. It will probably be uneventful, but Mamiya isn't happy with that. Of course he isn't. Time passes. I can hear the festival music coming from somewhere.
楽しそういいよなパンピーは
言うほどプロになってないしな。
Yeah,
経験値積ませてくれりゃいつでもプロになってやるよ
sure. Just then, the faint sound of the whistle comes from the forest. It's a frequency that you wouldn't be able to hear without superhuman hearing. Someone like me can only just barely hear it.
今の
緊急シグナル
Okay. A single whistle is used to alert the squads on either side in the case of emergency.
隣の班が攻撃されている。
What kind of familiar would be all the way back in this remote area? Probably a dog.
おいおいなんか怒っちゃってますかこれ
警戒しなよバカ。
We are not allowed to come to the aid of another squad just because they have gone into trouble. Acting on our own like this will cause the operation to collapse. The key search teams have been specifically selected because their combat capabilities. Because of the nature of the operation, the rules of engagement has been strictly determined. The support team should already be on their way. There's nothing for us to panic over. No need to panic.
おい西九条動こうぜ
I knew that Imamiya is going to fuck something up.
普通に命令違反なんだけど。
だから
ダメに決まってんでしょ。
Yeah, you're just going to get people killed.
手柄立てたくねえ
この仕事を責任持って終える方が確実。
ここで動かなかったら次のし上がるチャンスがいつ来る
The Hacker's even talking about
何考えてる？
おめえには相談して
a side jab from him.
西九条協力しろ見逃す手はねえよ空振っても最下層の俺らに失うもんなんてねえだろ考えろよもし鍵を確保できりゃ
おい、いくらなんでもそりゃむちゃくちゃだぞ。
And what if you all die? You know, like, or get other people die as well, because you can do jack shit.
いいからおめえは黙ってろマジでいい本当にいらない
Like you said, you're like rock bottom. What are you supposed to do in the forest? Like, can you actually fight a dog familiar? I don't think so. I fall silent after being confronted with such a blunt rejection. Looks like it will be pointless convincing him.
こういうとこで手柄立てねえといつまでも上行けねえぞ
でも誰か残らないわけには。
そんなの勇者先生が残ってくれんだろ
Okay. Ishiguchi looks down and sinks into thought. Eventually she looks up, her expression is the same as
天
Imamiya's.
王寺はここにいて。
しっかり見張っとけよどうしても納得できねえなら言いつけろこの件についちゃ恨み
Imamiya dashes forward towards the forest. I think like Wataru is going after them because he will not want them to die.
悪
He'll
い
be
けど
worried
あ
probably.
とは任せるから。
お前まで行くなんてな。
上に行かなきゃずっと息が詰まったままだ。
Her small body fades into the darkness like a nimble cat. That leaves me just behind. Even after they leave, the conversation continues to wait on me with a strange pressure. Don't go. I mean, goddammit. On the other hand, go. No, you know what? You should report this. Actually, report this to Asaka. Like Asaka said, like they don't need heroes, they need soldiers here. And the two that just try to run off, they try to be heroes. It's not going to help the case here. That makes absolute sense. We chose to blaze our own trail, not to constantly wait for things to go our way. But then what do? We can only follow. Okay, yeah, so we really like just following the script that Kagari created for us. I don't think like it's possible for Terra Road to have these other options. It's just to show that normally Kotaro would have like 2 different options, but this time he have to do this. So what if he actually didn't follow first time in the OG rewrite roads? What if the options that we have like unselected are the ones that he chose in his past, in the original time? In the different timelines, basically, that we had originally there. But let's follow them for now. But then, what do? I decide to chase after them. I could either bring them back or join them. My thoughts haven't caught up with my actions yet. I just know I'm doing the right thing. That much I'm sure of it. That's why my legs are running as hard as they can. I know I'm nothing but a burden right now. And we're definitely not getting off with just verbal showing out. All sorts of the worries pops into my head. Even though I know all that, I still run towards Mamiya and Nishikuju. Okay. What are we going to meet here? I can't catch up with them. Maybe it's our difference in leg strength. I lost sight of the two ahead of me.
まずいな。
Maybe I should head back to my post for now. Just as I'm about to, I find something the size of the business card glinting on the ground. I pick it up and find it's just it's the encased name card that Akane keeps around her neck. Oh! Okay, so we have a proof that Gaia is here and they brought Akane to the forest for whatever reasons. Interesting. Why would they brought her here? I mean, like, there's no reason for, like, incomplete Akane basically be here. Shouldn't they say, like, shelter her basically? If that was dropped here, then that means... Did she wander into the forest? At a time like this? It's possible, but I think, like... I mean, yeah, maybe she just escaped. Yeah, maybe.
マジかよ。
Like, how careless they can be with Akane, like, come on. I mean, on the other hand, Shimako also was, like, running basically freely everywhere. So, yeah, I guess they're not good at, like, protecting important people that they have to protect. My priorities have changed completely. I get on all fours and inspect the ground for shoe prints. Found them. They're around a kid's size too.
エニシの家って今はマーテル出身の施設だっけ？やばく
I have a bad feeling about this. This entire thing feels tied to danger. Unless I find her, keep her safe and bring her back to the foster home, this is absolutely going to lead to trouble.
急げ。
Okay? A bit further ahead, I've come across the familiar tracks. They're from a big one, okay? Not just that either.
戦闘
Okay. Looks like the familiar fought with someone. A big familiar, huh? I wonder if like you are going to have something new. I think like hunting dogs are medium, right? I think. There are traces of blood too. A near field communicator is only effective at the line of sight range of the few hundred meters. I try to use it anyway, but the noise is so bad that it is unusable for communications. Something's off. It's too quiet and the atmosphere is dense and sticky. The only good thing is that there are no corpses, or so I thought, until I found one nearby. Even without checking to confirm, I'm sure that they're dead. The body is lying face down on the ground and everything except the head is completely crushed. Oof! Damn! Is that if some absurd force squashed it flat? Okay, something big that can squash people. They brought up the dinosaur, the big one that they need like multiple people to command. I noticed countless holes as well, bite marks. So these were dogs probably. I can't even bear to look at it. This sort of brutality is something only a familiar could pull off.
こいつ三国藩だ。
Oh wow. So yeah, the team of heroes fallen, huh? It's one of his entourage. Still, his skills were top-notch compared to his peers. I guess no matter how strong you are, when you die, you die. Her tiny footsteps that know no fear deepen into the forest. Yeah, she's safe from familiars. But he don't know that. Some of those footsteps are completely erased by the destruction wrought on the surroundings. I'm very curious, like, actually, how Kotaro is going to react for the information that Akane is, like, with Gaia, basically. Like, he had, like, no relationship with her here. He just knows her. You know? When she was a kid. So I wonder, like, if he's going to try to plead with her to, like, change sides, basically, or try to tell himself that, like, they force her to stay with Gaia or something, you know? Stuff like this. I'm very curious. Some of those footsteps are completely erased by the destruction wrought on the surroundings. It looks like they went into the forest, and then the fighting began shortly after. I've somehow managed to follow the tracks all the way here, but I can't tell the shoe prints apart anymore. I see several here. Okay. Road A, B, C, D. Sure. I don't have to save here, right? Yeah. Road A. Okay, sure. Weird choice, like, couldn't you say, like, on left, right, center, or something? Why A, B, C, D? Okay. Weird, but okay. I see several here. I move forward. I plow through the still untouched parts of the forest. There are no signs of anyone having passed through here. As for why I picked this path, it's because it's dotted with plain rocks. When I was a kid, I would subconsciously only step on the white parts of the crosswalk. I recall that memory. Yeah, that's the thing, actually. When I was a kid, I tried to not walk on any cracks or like lines that connects the crosswalks and stuff. I mean, not the crosswalk, like the sidewalk, right? Like, if there like any cracks or something, so I was like doing really weird steps, like, so I can like move forward and not step on anything. If you started jumping only on the rocks, then it would be hard to leave any footprints behind. Other 5 minutes of walking later, I came across a large tree that had been fallen. This tree, something clearly caused it to fall. Even if he could flip a card one hand, I doubt he'd have the strength to topple a giant tree like that. Flip a car, yeah. And if they were a cutter type, they would have used some kind of blade to slice through the tree. The trunk would have had a clean cut. The level of destruction I'm seeing would be unthinkable except of the large familiar. There's another corpse by the tree. It's someone from the Recon team. The same team as Mikuni. Yeah, like his team got wiped out. I bet like they thought like they can fight this thing. And it just massacred them. This one died pretty cleanly, but everything from the chest up has vanished. The pungent stench of blood makes me want to vomit. I hold back the urge to take in the situation. The reconnaissance team shouldn't be forced into combat except in an emergency. One possibility that I should consider is that Mikuni team also wanted to hog the glory and moved on their own. Yeah. The more excellent the superhuman, the greater their ego. Yep, we could see that. They have to have a strong ego, otherwise they're useless. The organization itself also seems to have some level of tolerance for ignoring orders. Mikuni's team, wanting to keep the credits to themselves, chased after the huge target, creating a hole in the entire operation. That's definitely not good. You also created the hole in the operation, you know, by leaving the post. But yeah, we kinda went to try and save the teammates. If all communications with the reconnaissance team are cut off, there should be a contingency plan already in action. Even if I want to try and get in contact, I can get the line of sight necessary for the radio in the dense forest. Why would you use like line of sight radios in the forest? Like what? Like what's the point? I knocked myself on the temple. I climbed up the tall tree nearby. There should be a warning and control balloon just above us. Oh, okay. At this altitude there shouldn't be anything to impede communications. I might be able to get in touch with the command center through the balloon medium range radio. Okay, that's smart actually.
ここもか
Oh, the dragon, probably? I can't get in touch. Seems like I'm still getting interference here. Okay, never mind. So the balloon is still there, probably. I thought like maybe dragon took it down, like the leaf dragon. What happened to Gaia? Incapable of military response?
どうすりゃいいのかわかんない
I mean, they never said they incapable of military response. It just like they had more info and they're like less organized and stuff. My lack of experience is coming back to bite me in the ass. Suddenly, I see a bird bursting through the canopy of trees. It's a large bird, a seagull. Okay, so this is the scout from Gaia. Sticking out of its head are countless coil-like things.
ネジ巻きの生えた鳥
Yeah, it's approaching fast. My skin tingles as if it's been charged with static electricity. Wait, isn't that the same kind of bird that attacked him in Terra Road in the beginning? When like Asaka saved him? Wasn't that the same kind of... Wasn't that the bird too with the wind-up key or something? I don't remember now, but you can remind me. It feels like it's radiating something. The bird is plummeting right into my direction. I intentionally fall downstairs and grab onto the branch. A giant claw cuts off the branch that I'd been holding onto moments ago. I immediately lean forward, thrusting my knife onto the base of the bird's wing. There's some resistance. As the coiled up bird flaps its wings, trying to fly again, I jump right on top of it. Of course I can't support the weight, or it can't support the weight of the entire person. Both the bird and I crash into the ground. To keep it from trying to fly off again, I yank off its wings as hard as I can. Damn! They slowly rip and tear apart. Jesus. After tossing aside its torn wings, I stomp down its head with the full weight of my body. I can feel crushing sensation against my heel. Either it's skull or more coils still. Regardless, the familiar that had been thrashing about slowly turns to dust. Okay. First familiar kill on the operation. Good job. And also that was the scout one, so good, but at the same time, they already know that you are here. After confirming that the threat had been dealt with, I immediately break away. Combat is more mentally tiring than it is physically. I've managed to take one down. If I report that in, I should be able to get some credit. Maybe even a promotion.
ワクワクしてる場合じゃない
Yeah, we still have like 2 teammates to save, basically. Like, who the hell knows where they are? And yeah, I keep forgetting about Akane because we know that Akane is with Gaia. Yeah, like Kotaro considers her as the innocent bystander, basically. I stopped trying to contact command and get back to searching on foot. And after under 20 or so minutes, I hear something terribly ominous. There's a fight. I move closer to where the sounds are coming from. Before my eyes stands the biggest familiar I've ever seen. It's a dinosaur, isn't it? Yep.
こんな化け物まで
Outside of like Kilimanjaro and other like Hero of Rock and stuff like this, we really haven't seen anything bigger. Like this is just standard familiar that they can use. Because like Kilimanjaro and others like kinda special. This one also is special, but this is like at the disposal of Gaia, whatever. So yeah. My legs are shaking. I don't want to get any closer. Run, my instincts scream at me. We humans stand at the apex of the food chain, but this creature is something that we have yet to hunt. Hence the knowledge of how to hunt the creature isn't stored in our hunting instincts. its nervous jaws are lined with fangs, yeah. Like last time when he managed to deal with this was in Akane Road, when he had to like rewrite basically his Aurora for just a purpose of killing this thing. So it would like lose all like, you know, ability to actually be effective against anything else. He had to like solely focus on this. It took like thousands of like tries. I can clearly tell that it's responsible for the corpse I just saw earlier. The blood spattering and dripping all over the trees surrounding as it died. Their bark a dark red. Before my eyes, the dragon brandishes its tail. It whips perfectly against someone jumping in the air. His body immediately bursts, spraying blood in the circle. Yep, not good.
馬鹿げている。
It's just too far away for me to reach. What power? If it goes on top of you, it will be fatal. Even a light blow from it will destroy your body. It's a simple and obvious difference in combat power. Weight. Being both huge and agile is more powerful asset in combat than any superhuman abilities. There are several more corpses strewn about. Maybe 5 or 6. The dragon charges. His huge jaw stretches open without even a hint of the slowness that we would expect from the body that large. Someone jumps backward in a low arc. It's a swift motion. I know the guy who can move like that. Holding something giant, he throws it underneath, underhanded. The object blends into the night. It's a solid piece of metal with a bend in the middle. That's Mikuni, okay? So the top of the class, the one that wanted to be a hero, getting some kind of like reality check now. He specialized in the boomerang. Okay, sure. It's made of the metal and weighs over 110 kilos. No human could possibly survive a direct hit from it. Well, he's not fighting against human. The dragon sways its body, dodging Mikuni's boomerang. However, the lump of metal surges quickly upwards above the dragon, as if it had anticipated it. It twists in midair and dives in a sudden downward attack, using the pull of gravity as the force multiplier. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. It's a feat of genius, an attack that can't miss. It fins all over the boomerang. The fins all over the boomerang create countless swirls of air as it's thrown. Mikuni has a special sense of perceiving the lift force generating by them. Oh, so that's his power. Okay. He can feel the wind, basically. He's an airbender. In addition to his deep sensory understanding of physics, his extraordinary dexterity and arm strength allow him to pull off the superhuman moves. It's almost inhuman. That it is the manifestation of his unique ability. With the fins, there will definitely be some decrease in its initial velocity because of the air resistance. In exchange, it has an unparalleled level of control. As long as it's in the air, it can compensate for the speed that it lacks with the potential energy. For example, with the speed that it gains when falling downward like I just saw. Sensing that, it will be an attack to the top of the head, and the dragon jumps back. Despite being a huge, hulking creature, it's as nimble as the impala. Just before the boomerang hits the ground, its flight's trajectory changes through the lift in the air and switches to horizontal glide, as if it were hovering. What the fuck? What is this boomerang? It's kind of like a drone, and Mikun is just like driving it. With a gentle motion, the boomerang returns to its owner feet. Okay.
噂の鷹狩りって技か。
Makes sense. He's pretty much doing the same thing as a baseball player when they throw the curveball. Expect this technique is in an entire league of its own. He pulls the boomerang out on the ground and retreats into the trees. With his ability, it would be better to keep some distance between them. The dragon gives chase. Moving without rustling even a single leaf is impossible, but Mikuni runs as quietly as possible through the woods. He reminds me of the martial arts master. If the familiar is controlled by someone, then they must be incredibly skilled. Yeah, it's multiple people, and they can't hold this for a very long time.
援護するべきなのか。
Sadly, my abilities have absolutely no punch behind them. I doubt I can keep the familiar pinned down. Waving a puff around the trees, the boomerang flies through the air. The dragon makes a big turn. But the second the boomerang slips past the dragon's head, the trajectory suddenly changes. It turns at a near right angle, as if being drawn into the familiar.
気流の乱れに反応させたか。
Okay. When something as big as that moves, it will change the air currents. You could say it was able to manipulate the boomerang's trajectory by sensing the air currents and reacting accordingly. It should have been a surprise attack on the familiar. Instead, the dragon just tilts its head to the side and stops the incoming boomerang with a single bite. This thing is smart. I mean, it's controlled, so I guess people are smart that control it. Actually, it have like kinda self-conscious, right? It fights by itself. They just like provide the energy for it, yeah. The hunk of steel warps and controls under the force of its countless fangs. The dragon's entire body twists about as it repositions the boomerang in its mouth, and then it leans backwards. Power ripples through the dragon, from the tip of its tail to the top of its head. It flings the boomerang back. Filled with power like the industrial machines possess, the boomerang cuts through or penetrates anything, and everything that seems to be an obstacle. It disappears into the night. I hear the sound of dull squelching and a scream overlapping from the distance. Oh. I guess Mikuni got hit by his own weapon. Ow. Okay. He's dead. Silence returns to the forest. Yep, Mikuni is dead. The dragon, meanwhile, saunters off without a care. Pretty much. I don't want to go, but I have to. I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. If nothing else, to bear witness to what happened. I head in Mikuni's direction. Yeah, you will just find the corpse. I find the scene. His corpse. It doesn't even look like corpse anymore. Yep. The boomerang was turned into a twisted chunk of metal by the dragon fangs and was rotating at high speed. If anyone took direct hit from it, it would only be natural that this would happen. Or so I think, as I try to distance myself from what just happened.
強いやつでも。
Suddenly, the news that I've been suppressing immediately assaults me. I vomit everything out of me. Sooner or later, death will come to anyone who continues to fight. Even a genius. One wrong step and you're dead. Is there anyone who never makes a single misstep? No, no one like that exists. Hell, I make mistakes all the time. Everyone dies, and it happens in an instant without even realizing it. Mikuni died. Even Asaka will die. Wow, now you have like very grim thoughts, yeah. On this battlefield, I'm probably the most likely to die. I'm probably the most likely to die. No. There's also Akana. Someone even weaker than me is here. With that thought alone, my driving force, I get back my legs with even though I'm shaking. Yeah, this is going to be a shock to him. Like, he's just like his sole strength to like continue here is to save Akana, basically. And then he's going to realize, hey, like these monsters, these familiars are not attacking her. Well, fuck. Oh, we changed to... Okay, wait. No, we have more people than 4. I was like wondering if like Road A maybe like Kotori? Like in Kotori Road basically we went to the forest very early, so we wandered to the forest, so that was like Road A? I don't know. Why is this a like, what? Okay, anyway, Road D I guess. Whatever that may mean. I search for Akana aimlessly. I walk constantly staring down at my feet. I finally find some small shoe prints. The strides are getting longer. I determine that this is where she started running. There's countless reasons for her to be scared or to run away. Akana dashed through the forest left and right in utter confusion. Eventually I find a tall tree that seems to be easy to climb. The shoe prints stop here. Therefore, I look up. Oh, wait. I always assumed that... Oh, this is where the accident happens. Oh, I always thought that he was like helping Kotori and he fall down, like, you know, like the initial idea was that he was helping Kotori and he fall down and got injured. Then we thought that Ki actually attacked him when he was like near Kotori or something at the tree. But no, it was actually Akane who he was saving. Oh, so Akane knows. Akane knew that Kotaro basically almost died. Let's see, maybe it's not yet that scene, but it's like it kind of feels like it can be the thing. Like we're just going to climb the tree and some familiar is going to attack us because Akane is with Gaia, right? So familiars are going to protect Akane, just attacking us. I think that's likely scenario. And therefore, like, somehow we are going to survive and Kotori is supposed to help us, right? She is high up in the tree. She picked a tree with a lot of footholds and climbed up nearly all the way to the top. Akane is clinging onto the trunk. Even from the distance, it's obvious that she's quivering from fear.
降りられなくなってるな。あ、
She's practically about to slip off. What do I do? Okay. That's also different, probably. This is like awesome that... like, this is weird, but awesome at the same time. Like, so, these are probably the choices that he made in, like, all different Furies, all different Time Worlds. He tried to climb up, he tried to shout to her, call to her, knock on the trunk, throw a pebble, call for help. And the only possible way for, like, humanity to survive is to catch her when she falls. That's interesting. I mean, I guess maybe we are not getting injured this time. Because climb up is good. Like, all of these, call out, shout, climb, knock, call for help, throw a pebble, is going to, like, draw attention. So we would be attacked. So if we catch her when she falls, we just wait silently. So nothing is going to attack us. Well, Akane may scream, but... Maybe it actually is not going... We are not actually going to be in coma or anything. So we are not going to be helped by Kotori and we are not going to be infused by Aurora. Ultimately. If Akane panicked, then me climbing up will only make her even more scared. It might be dangerous, but this is probably the most reliable way to do it. Even if I'm just reject, I'm still superhuman, I can do it.
どうやって落とそう。
That's the real question here. As I ponder my options, I feel a savage presence quickly closing in from behind me. My body moves before I can think. I roll to the right without even looking. Hot breath barely gazes on back of my neck. Okay. Thanks to the momentum of the launch, the black shadow crashes violently into the tree trunk. It's probably a dog, isn't it? The tree shakes violently. Akane gets thrown off the top of the tree. Without even making a scream, her small body comes loose from the tree trunk. I gotta catch her. The familiar shakes his head and faces me. Can I even deal with it while catching Akane? Impossible, I have to run or I will die. But if I run, then Akane will die. Interruption will lead to the tragedy. My brain is throwing up those crazy errors. Okay, so how do we do this? The dog creature crouches down and leaps like a spring. Akane slowly falls downward. Everything's happening in slow motion. All superhumans continue to try and improve their efficiency. In the same way that Mimimi battered his throwing ability to the level of refinement. I should also be able to get my movements to that level of skill. By combining a series of precise actions, I can explore the realm of possibilities. If only I had an even more precise way to measure. In the sea of possibilities, finding the right answer is exceedingly difficult. Even if the chances are extremely low, if that's the only path, then I will have no choice but to take it. I accumulate all the small actions and search for the path to success. For just an instant, I strongly desire that. Oh my god! What is this road? Holy shit. What? Okay, we choose the pattern M then. That should be right. With a foreboding certainty, I switch my consciousness to combat mode. The black dog approaches. I throw myself backward as far as possible. The dog fangs just barely graze the tip of my nose. While I somersault backwards, I grab the dog by the fur, kick it in the stomach and fling it away with all my might. With my field of vision still spinning, I spot where Akane is mid-fall. While that's happening, a claw, or perhaps a fang, grips deeply into my arm, causing blood to pour out. Well, if I'm bleeding, I might as well make use of it. The dog from me rolls over and lunges at me once. I hold up my blood spear, which I formed into the shape of the icicle. Okay, cool. We have blood weapons. Pressure. Is the pressure of my opponent pressing against me? I thrust the blood spear straight to the dog's open mouth, making use of its momentum. I break the weapon force from my blood and roll to the side. At this spot, right where I stand, I catch Akane just as she falls into my arms. Holy shit, that was good. Nice. Akane's unconscious. Okay. Like some kind of delayed response, it's only now that I'm sweating bullets. So Akane... I mean, it's already probably different from what happened in the original story, like in the different timelines. But if Akane was unconscious during this, like if like Kotaro would be like actually injured, Akane was unconscious too, so she was that's why she never realized that he was healed by Aurora and stuff. Like they obviously met before, but she never got to know that he actually was with Guardians. Maybe because she was unconscious. Anyway, just like usual talk and fury crafting about the older timelines. I think I did a damn good job there, seriously. I lay her down against the tree trunk. Even after having a spear thrust into its mouth, the black dog is still struggling violently as it attacks me from behind. Are you serious? I apply a chokehold to it. A bundle of muscles in my arms explodes. This guy's still going at it all the way to the end. I twist my entire body sideways. After about a minute of struggling, the dog neck finally snaps. The familiar goes limp. This is my limit. I collapse flat on my back. The fatigue built up in my arms is so intense that they're going numb. Meanwhile, the black dog is now turning into dust. I'm curious about Mami and Nishikuju, but I decide to prioritize evacuating Akane. Yeah. I lift the little girl up into my arms, but I sense a strange presence. Okay. It's not a danger signal. Oh. Is he going to see a key actually? It's like my heart is pounding like crazy. It's like my body is all tense, but my head can't seem to keep up. Don't get any closer. Don't approach anything suspicious. That's the secret to living longer. With Akane here, it's best to distance yourself from any needless danger as fast as possible. But I'm captivated. Immensely. Okay, so we go. So in the... Okay, if he would be injured, then he wouldn't be able to go, so maybe... Okay, I need to stop talking about other timelines at this point. I'm lost. So I'm going then. This is foolish. Curiosity kills more than just cats. But I just can't fight against it. Gingerly, I approach the presence, one step at a time. I feel a mix of interests as it dances about, as well as a sinking feeling of terror. I push the trees aside, making my way through the shrubbery. The vegetation here is awfully dense. It's almost abnormal how much grass and how many trees have grown here. The bushes are so fresh that they almost feel slimy to the touch. They seem to be raw and filled with life.
これ
Oh?
どこかで
I wonder if he like remembers the other, have like, you know, vague memories of the other timelines basically. Because this is the place where Kotori had her base, right? Probably after the bushes and stuff, after the barrier. Something in my back of my memory tugs at me. Before I manage to recall it, my field of vision opens up. A green light shines brightly into my eyes. Yeah, this is the well in the forest. And Kagari is here.
そうだったな
Oh, you actually remember something. But this Kagari is different from Kagari that he know, right? Oh no, wait. This is Kagari that he knows. This is so confusing, but hear me out. Every, like, other no, wait. Wait, the other Furies were on the moon, right? They were not part of Earth, right? So this Kagari is different from the Kagari on the moon. So the memories he have with Kagari are with Kagari from the moon, not with Kagari from Earth. Right? Like, you can like help me out understanding basically Kagari / Ki thing. Because from what I get is like, we have siblings basically of 2 Kagaris, right? One is spawned on the moon and one on the Earth. Moon can only sustain Kagari, but Earth can sustain life, like in like vast life plus Kagari. But all the other timelines were like made by Kagari on the moon. So she should not remember him, right? Or maybe these were actually scenarios on the Earth. I'm not sure anymore. I will need help with this, I think. I remember in a flash the tale of the bamboo cutter. When I was hunting these monsters back then, I touched that bud. The bud has grown and bloomed into the flower. This is what happened on the moon when the new Fury, yeah. Okay. A flower in the shape of a person. There stands the eternal girl with the halo of light surrounding her. She's a miracle given form. Also a familiar created by the earth. No, all the other familiars are mere imitations. This one is the genuine article. Yeah? What seems to be the halo is actually streams of light gushing forth from behind her. Looks reminiscent of the geyser. I didn't even know about this phenomenon. The membrane that shackles her wrists together dances around like some kind of the veil. I can't move. My gaze is drawn to her, as if she's sucked away my very soul. It's not that I think she's beautiful or cute, nothing at all. Nothing like that at all. It's akin to the primitive faith. Capture the key or dispose of it. Dispose? My head is ringing. A Zaka face flashes in my mind. As a member of Guardian, I have to. This key girl.
排除しなければ
So you do not so you remember what?
ならない
What do you remember of her then? Tale of the bamboo cutter. When I was hunting those monsters back then, I touched that bud. I felt like he's referencing what happened on the moon, like Kagari became a tree. Wait. Did actually something like that happen in the beginning of Terra Road? And I just forgot? Can someone remind me? I'm actually confused, like, about, like, whole idea of the Kagari on the moon and on Earth. I kinda get this, but at the same time I don't. Like, they're like 2 separate beings, right? I mean, I'm a hunter, so I... Wait, I actually have options. Wait, what? Is this like actually giving me like 3 endings? Wait, we have 3 endings for Terra? So we have like 2 options that are like Guardian basically. Capture her or dispose of her. And the one with fire, so this is the one that Kagari on the moon telling us to do. To let her go. I guess if we are going to try capture her or dispose of her, she's going to wound us and we are going to end up in coma. I'm still thinking about when that would happen. I think that could be the case, like we would show hostility to her. But if we let her go, the story will continue, we'll never be in coma. We take a risk, basically, as well. Because she may destroy the world, but we don't know about that. Okay, so I will check this maybe when I will be doing like extra stuff later. I will actually save this on my like first save slot, so I know. But we'll follow the new Fury basically, and we'll let her go. Let's see. I can dispose of her. I mustn't. That much is not negotiable. She's something that mustn't be sullied by human hands. She's so dazzling, my eyes hurt. In her eyes that remain unblinking, I can't seem to sense any sentience. But that's exactly what makes her look so divine. I realize that the intellect is an impurity. As humans grow older, they acquire more imperfections. Divinity is naivete. I reach out to her, even though I could die just by touching her. My life could unfurl and be extinguished. But still I reach out. Because I know that before my eyes is something truly precious. Okay? Oh! That actually... Oh wait, we just traveled to another, like...
事情はよくわかった。
Okay. So, Terra Road have actually 2 branches. Like on this like a branch like on the Fury screen, we saw that we branched to the right, but it could like branch to the left with the 2 other choices. We saw 2 branches to the left. Oh, maybe both were actually could be like could lead to like actually a good end. I don't think so, because like Kagari from the moon specifically basically telling us what to do, but anyway, that's for another episode. That was a very interesting encounter, and it seems like we'll be checking the other roads if there are actually other endings at some point after I finish Terra Road. Basically, I will be doing like extra stuff and like try to get all CGs and things like that I usually do in novels. So yeah, thanks for watching, I will see you in the next one. So click that like button if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord, and become a member if you would like to support me and see episodes earlier. Thank you once again, and for no Pocket Watch, let's get out.